guys, welcome to Becky Tarot. My name is Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. Please excuse the voice, I'm not very well. Let's see what sign we have next, please. Scorpio. Scorpio. Oh, ooh, we're in a bit of a... You're stirring the pot. I feel like you're being a bit, I don't know, deceptive or strategic is not really the right word. It's a bit like just... You're stirring the pot on purpose to do your ego here. You're trying to piss someone off on purpose, I feel, Scorpio. It's to do with your own shadows. It's like the vibe feels like you're trying to stir the pot to make them angry or to hurt them, but really it's because you're hurt. Like, but you're avoiding looking at the part that you're hurt. So you're trying to like hurt someone else. That's what I feel. Actually quite a lot of pain behind it. Like quite a lot of pain. That you're just like not taking time to look at. Yes, to do your shadow work. You need to face your shadows and start healing your toxicness. Like the fact that you're stirring this pot and you're staring at this person and you're actively trying to... is toxic. Like that's not... You also feel that... No, you feel very possessive over this person. For those of you that it's resonating for, could be them over you, but this person is very possessive. Doesn't want you to like watching. Oh, that's really dark, Scorpio, if this is you. It's like you get a buzz off of being over them and like them being broken and sad. That's really dark and toxic and needs looking at. And that's all to do with your darkness. Like this person could just be like fucking broken in front of you and you're just showing your ego about it. Rather than just seeing like that someone's really upset and broken. Like, what is Scorpio always wrong with you? Yeah, like, so there's some kind of release that's happening or needs to be, or you've released or they've released. I don't feel like you've released because you're busy fucking stirring the pot and like trying to be like over them. You need to refocus and look at yourself. I feel like maybe you've got some regrets on things, and rather than dealing with that, you're just like chucking the regret and hatred to them, but it's to do your regret and have hatred towards yourself. You need to return to like a path of healing. Yeah, regret. Yeah, there's some kind of... Oh, for some of you might have a child with this person and you're numbing the pain that you have. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, I just got that you regret having... Okay, so this is to do with you not facing your shadows and how you're processing the emotions wrong. The same way with you've got this anger and you're stirring the pot towards this other person, but it's to do with your regrets. Like, I feel like you regret on maybe how you've dealt with this connection with this person. So rather than processing the fact that you feel regret and what you've brought to it, you're like projecting that to that person. And it's the same here for some of you. For those of you that have a child with this person, you're regretting having a child. Like this child, you regret the child, but you don't. You're telling yourself you regret the child. What you regret is what you've done in the kind of... the word, you regret on how you've maybe handled the situation to do with the child, or I'm getting more like, I can't think of the words, like foundation, the structure around the child is what you regret because of what you've done in the format, and you're keeping yourself stuck in this dark energy that needs healing. Weirdly enough, if you would return like some light energy to this person and just was a bit more fucking genuine, this would like come down a notch, and you would maybe start to untie yourself and see that this is literally to do with you, Scorpio. You're feeling grief from a lesson that needs to be learned, but you're like refusing to see the lesson because you're too in your pride and ego. And weirdly enough, I think you actually admire this person more than you realise. Yeah, and you're like not facing. This is what we're just like not facing stuff. That's what I feel. You're trying to release the passion, but you can't because it's caught up in all this. It's like a soulmate. So it's not, you're not going to until you work through these shadows and deal with things. What's this? You've just got, it's well weird, you've just got all of your lessons mixed up here. You're like, all of your emotions mixed up. Like what you think you feel, you don't. It's really odd. You're unaware that you actually kind of by this person and you want forgiveness from them. You're unaware of it. And you're being guided to take action and stop having this on pause and stop playing games and communicate positively in the right way, but you're not. So I feel like for those who do have kids with this, you're going to end up just watching them create a family with someone else. Yeah. Because your pride and ego won't admit that you're in pain. Anything else on that? Yeah, you're holding on to like darkness. What was that? Third party. Okay. Right, so for some of you, you feel like there was a connection that was around or whatever before you got with this person, and you feel like you're angry at this person that you've been with or whatever because you feel like they took that connection away. That's not the truth at all. But you're chucking that. You think that this has fucked you up and you shouldn't have done it, and that unfortunately, Scorpio, what's going to happen is later down the line you're going to realise that really wasn't the case. The person that you think you missed out a chance with is actually really weirdly like this, the weird energy that you're kicking off, and you're going to find out later down the line, and you're going to regret not healing and acknowledging the fact that this was I feel like you're going to have massive regret, Scorpio. You're going to regret the fact that you were so horrible to this person. You're going to regret the fact that all of that time you you was projecting anger onto this person because you feel like they took away something that you could have had with someone else, which is not the fucking case. So you've projected anger to them and you're trying to hurt them because you think it's their fault that you chose to be with them and didn't. It's very strange energy. But unfortunately, later down the line, you're going to realise this person that you've been pining after is dark and you're going to regret. And I think you will communicate later down the line with the person that you want a new start with them. But unfortunately for you, you're going to be in grief because they're going to be with a soulmate. Closing Scorpio, please. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. So you're stirring the pot with this big spoon. The divine's going to make the spoon snap and fall into the pot. You're going to be fuming because you still want to stir it. You're going to be so desperate to still stir it. You're going to put your hand in. Whilst putting your hand in, you're going to burn your hand really badly. Scar yourself for life. You get so angry that you then pour this big pot over and hope that it heads towards this person that you're chucking the anger at to burn them. But what it actually ends up doing is going to the other person that you thought you wanted, and it burns them, and this is where you see their true self. The things they say, the things they do, a mask. I feel like this person's been manipulating you to think that like they have care for you and that, you know, the door was always open, but unfortunately you was with that person and that's closed now. Like proper manipulated you. And when you scolded them accidentally, when you was trying to scold the other one, you see who they really are, and then you're stuck and left in it's a real shocker for you because you realised that basically you spent the whole time you was with the other one sabotaging it, and it wasn't their fault. Like you didn't express anything, and this one was just manipulating you, and this person's gonna fuck off anyway. They're toxic as fuck, and the other one that wasn't, that was just trying to love you and lie, couldn't take anymore. Feels like they couldn't take anymore, and they just like they didn't understand and know that there was a third party in this connection the whole time. And so they go off and create, and unfortunately, not only will your hand be scarred from you trying to burn them, but your heart will be scarred. And I do think that you, will unfortunately have to settle for, maybe if you do have children with this person, maybe getting it to a nice, normal friend that you can kind of be civil with each other for the children's sake. But yeah, I feel like the other person will be rewarded with like a real soulmate. I feel like they've gone through the wars trying to love you, and you didn't, like, I feel like you just couldn't see it, and you couldn't see the lesson, like you couldn't see the gift that this person was, because you're just too in your ego and allowing someone else to interfere. I think you will eventually go off and you'll be in a relationship with someone else, but I think this will be hanging over you probably for the rest of your life, Scorpio. Sorry. Yeah, it's a bit of a destruction of your ego, and you're going to feel grief, but it's to do with you haven't learned this lesson for the past 2 lifetimes, and they're like, you're going to learn it now. So yeah, I send you so much love and light, Scorpio. Bye.